everybody, this is the Wikstrand. So, it's not a big secret that I'm a kind of a fan of courtroom dramas and things of that nature. And I think that the plot for this one was not too bad. They just didn't have that much of it. So, it is not a movie with the big outbursts. It's not the movie with, you know, the big turnarounds. There's no objection, Your Honor, and stuff like that here, because it is a British setting that we are in at the moment. But it was a totally decent little movie. It didn't leave much of an impact though, but let's find out more about this, shall we? This is Your Witness. So we have a New York lawyer who gets a letter to say that his old friend back in England is under some, you know, legal problems. So he goes there to this small little British village and finds out that he is accused of murder. Now the guy that he has supposedly killed wasn't very popular. There is nobody who really, you know, mourns the loss of him. But legally, it seems like he's the only possible culprit, and, you know, he has been shot, and there is nothing that can prove that, you know, it wasn't him who did it. So now he's gonna have to try to figure out a way to plead self-defense or, you know, other things that gets him off the hook for this one, because he cannot believe that, you know, he shot him in cold blood or anything like that. Now, he cannot legally practice law in Britain since he's not a British citizen, but he will help and assist in any way he can. And this movie consists mostly of him walking around, you know, asking questions and trying to puzzle this thing together. As a courtroom drama, it's a fairly dry affair, and it isn't something that is, you know, on the levels of A Few Good Men or Judgment at Nuremberg or something like that. As a whodunit scenario, it doesn't work that well that either, but there are, you know, nice little moments here and there that I actually thought kind of worked and was kind of nice. The movie moves around pretty nicely, even though it's kind of old, and I like the characters and I'm kind of into this, but as I said, it's really short on plot, and it is difficult to not get a little bit frustrated on, come on, can't we get this thing going? But it's a nice little uncomplicated and well-played movie. There is no one here who, you know, does a bad job or anything like that, but there are very few things that will hold you in this movie. But it's not bad, it's just a little bit shoulder shruggish. Your Witness is the pure definition of a pretty okay movie. I gave this movie 30 points. It has some nice acting, it has some good settings, it has some decent characters, and I think this group was kind of nice, even though it feels like a Law and Order episode at best, you know, with having plot for maybe 40 minutes or stuff like that, even though they've stretched this one out a little bit, but it was totally fine, wasn't it? So we'll see you next time for well so-and-so reviewing, well, such and such. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.